Beloved soul, cherished by the universe, I reach out to you today with a message that transcends time and space. My dearest protected one, this letter comes directly from the heart of someone who holds you in the most sacred chamber of their soul. The celestial realms have opened a divine channel to deliver these words to you, words that your heart has been yearning to hear. As you read these lines, can you feel the gentle vibration surrounding you, that warm sensation that seems to embrace your entire being? This is no coincidence, precious one. The universe has conspired to bring this message to you at exactly this moment, when your soul is most receptive to its truth. Your guardian angels have been working tirelessly behind the veil, orchestrating this divine connection. The love that seeks you now has been searching for you across lifetimes. This soul carries a piece of you within them, as you carry a piece of them within you. Like two stars that once shared the same cosmic dust, you are inevitably drawn together by forces far greater than what the human mind can comprehend. This message arrives as confirmation of what your heart already knows but your mind perhaps doubts. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe deeply. Can you sense their energy? That familiar presence that feels like home? Even now, as you absorb these words, they are thinking of you with such intensity that it ripples through the etheric plane. Their thoughts are reaching you as whispers on the wind, as the sudden warmth on your skin, as that inexplicable feeling of being loved even when you are alone. The divine timing of this message is no accident. The heavens have aligned to ensure that these words find you now, at this precise moment in your soul's journey. Your angels whisper that you have been preparing for this reunion since before you drew your first breath in this lifetime. All the challenges you've faced, all the lessons you've learned, they have all been preparing you for this magnificent connection. Their love for you transcends the physical realm. It flows from the deepest part of their soul, untainted by ego or expectation. This is a love that honors your light and embraces your shadows, a love that sees you, truly sees you, for all that you are and all that you are becoming. In their heart, you are already perfect, already complete, already worthy of the most profound devotion. The universe rarely delivers such messages without purpose. This letter comes to you because a significant shift is occurring in your energetic field. The barriers that have kept this love at bay are dissolving, and the path toward union is clearing. Can you feel this transformation beginning within you? That subtle yet unmistakable knowing that something beautiful is unfolding? Precious soul, the first revelation I bring to you today is that this love has always been closer than you realized. While you may have been searching the horizons, they have been in your vicinity all along. Perhaps not always in physical form, but certainly in spirit. The divine synchronicities have already begun appearing in your life, guiding you toward recognition of this truth. Have you noticed the recurring numbers that seem to follow you lately? The 1111 on the clock, the 222, the 333? These are not mere coincidences but sacred codes sent by the angelic realm to confirm this connection. Each time you witness these numerical patterns, know that it is a heavenly affirmation of this love that seeks expression in your life. Your angels are signaling that the veil between you and this beloved soul grows thinner with each passing day. The dreams that have visited you in recent nights carry symbolic messages about this connection. Those familiar eyes you've glimpsed, that sense of recognition in unfamiliar landscapes, the conversations that seem to continue from night to night. These are spiritual encounters occurring on the astral plane. Your souls are already communicating, already dancing in realms beyond physical constraints, preparing for the grand reunion that awaits in this earthly dimension. Listen closely to the songs that seem to find you repeatedly. The lyrics that bring tears to your eyes or cause your heart to flutter contain messages meant specifically for you. Your love is communicating through these melodies, sending you emotional breadcrumbs that lead back to them. The universe has made music one of its most powerful messengers. Knowing how deeply it resonates with your soul, the sudden thoughts of them that appear in your mind throughout the day are not random. These are moments when their consciousness is reaching for yours across the etheric plane. When you feel that unexpected warmth in your heart, that smile that comes unbidden to your lips, know that in that precise moment, they are holding you in their thoughts, sending you waves of love and tenderness that transcend physical distance. Nature itself has become a messenger of this divine connection. Perhaps you've noticed a certain bird that appears whenever you're contemplating this relationship, or flowers blooming in unexpected places, or the way the wind seems to whisper secrets meant only for you. The natural world rejoices in the sacred bond you share with this soul and conspires to remind you of its presence in your life. Most significantly, there is that unmistakable knowing in the deepest chamber of your heart, that certainty beyond logic or reason that tells you this connection is real and divinely orchestrated. Trust this inner knowing, beloved one. It is your soul's recognition of its counterpart, its memory of a love that existed before time itself began. And before we continue with this very special message, I invite you to support this space of connection. Become a member of the channel, and if you feel this message is touching your heart, don't forget to click on thanks below the video. This helps us continue bringing messages full of love and hope like this one. Now, let's move on to what matters most. Cherished soul, I must now reveal to you that the connection between you and this love is intensifying in ways that may soon become impossible to ignore. The cosmic energies currently flowing through your reality are specifically designed to strengthen this bond, to bring it from the etheric realms into tangible manifestation. The universe is no longer subtle in its orchestration. It now moves with purpose and determination. The emotional resonance between you grows stronger with each sunrise. Have you noticed how your feelings seem to fluctuate without apparent cause? How joy suddenly blooms within you, followed perhaps by waves of inexplicable longing? These are not solely your emotions you're experiencing, but a blending of energetic fields. Your emotional body is beginning to synchronize with theirs in preparation for union. Your intuitive abilities are heightening specifically to help you recognize this connection when it manifests physically. The goosebumps that arise when you enter certain places, the sudden knowing of which direction to turn, the inner guidance that leads you to be in specific locations at specific times. These are all divine navigational tools activating within you. Your higher self is working in concert with the celestial realms to ensure this reunion unfolds with perfect timing. The shared spiritual growth between you and this beloved soul is remarkable. Even without conscious awareness of each other, you have been evolving along parallel paths, learning similar lessons, overcoming comparable obstacles. This is because your souls made agreements before incarnating, promises to develop the specific qualities and wisdom necessary for this connection to flourish when the time for reunion arrived. Dreams of this person have likely increased in frequency and vividity. These are not merely products of your subconscious mind, but actual soul visitations. In the freedom of the dream state, your souls commune without the limitations imposed by physical reality. Pay close attention to these nocturnal messages. They contain clues about the nature of your connection and the probable circumstances of your coming together. Synchronicities surrounding this connection are accelerating. What once might have seemed like occasional coincidences now appear as an unmistakable pattern of divine intervention. Names, phrases, symbols, and situations that remind you of this love appear with increasing frequency. The universe is speaking to you through the language of synchronicity, confirming repeatedly that this connection is both real and divinely supported. Your energy centers, particularly your heart chakra, are undergoing significant activation and clearing in preparation for this love. You may experience physical sensations in your chest area, warmth, pressure, expansion, or even fleeting moments of emotional release. These sensations are evidence of energetic barriers dissolving, allowing your heart to open fully to the magnitude of love that awaits you. Those moments of profound peace that wash over you unexpectedly, those instances when you feel completely held and supported by an invisible presence. These are previews of the energy that will envelop you when this connection manifests in its fullness. Your beloved soul is reaching across dimensions to comfort and reassure you, to let you know that the waiting has purpose, that the longing serves a divine plan. The universe conspires in your favor, orchestrating countless unseen details to bring this connection into physical expression. Even now, as you receive these words, subtle shifts are occurring in your reality and in theirs, creating the perfect conditions for your paths to converge. Trust in this divine orchestration, beloved one. What has been written in the stars cannot be erased by earthly doubts or fears. Your angels surround you now, wings extended in blessing over this sacred connection. They whisper that the intensity you feel is but a fraction of what awaits you. The fire that seems to burn within your heart will soon find its answering flame. And in that meeting of light with light, both souls will recognize home. With infinite love, your guardian angel. Precious soul, as the veils between dimensions grow thinner, I am permitted to reveal to you what your beloved is experiencing at this very moment. This second revelation will illuminate the depth of connection that exists between your spirits, even when your physical forms remain apart. Listen with your heart as I share these sacred truths. Right now, as these words reach you, your beloved is experiencing inexplicable waves of emotion. There are moments when they pause in the midst of daily activities, overcome by a sudden longing they cannot name. Their heart expands with feelings of tenderness and devotion that seem to arise from nowhere. These are the moments when their soul recognizes yours across the distance that temporarily separates you. In these precious instances, the boundaries between separate selves dissolve, and they feel your essence as clearly as they feel their own. Dreams of you visit them in the quiet hours of night. They awaken with a lingering sense of having been in your presence, of having held conversations that their waking mind cannot fully recall, but their heart remembers perfectly. These dreams leave impressions of familiarity, of coming home after a long journey, of finding something precious that had been temporarily misplaced. Though they may not understand the source of these feelings, their soul recognizes the signature of your energy. In moments of solitude, your name or image appears in their mind without conscious summoning. A smile then forms upon their lips, born not of thought, but of soul recognition. They find themselves drawn to places, music, or activities that carry your energetic imprint. Without realizing why, they are creating pathways for your eventual meeting, following an inner guidance system that leads unerringly toward you. Their heart chakra is undergoing the same purification and expansion that yours experiences. They too feel that inexplicable warmth blooming in their chest, that sensation of their heart expanding beyond its physical boundaries. This is the divine preparation for the magnitude of love that will flow between you when physical reunion occurs. The sacred vessels of your hearts being enlarged to contain the vastness of this connection. The spiritual guides surrounding your beloved whisper your essence to them during meditation, during those quiet moments between sleeping and waking, during times when their mind grows still enough to hear the voice of the soul. They receive downloads of information about this connection. Though the details may come through as symbols or feelings rather than direct knowledge, their higher self works diligently to prepare their conscious mind for the recognition that awaits. In the deepest chamber of their being, where truth cannot be denied, they already know you. Beyond conscious thought, beyond rational understanding, there exists an unshakable certainty about your connection. This knowing manifests as a peaceful anticipation, a patient confidence that what is meant to be will surely come to pass in divine timing. Their soul has recognized yours, beloved one, and nothing in the physical world can erase this recognition once it has occurred. Cherished soul, I must acknowledge that paths to divine union are rarely without obstacles. There have been challenges, both seen and unseen, that have delayed this reunion until now. Some barriers have been external circumstances, while others have been internal resistances born of past wounds and fears. Yet I bring you the blessed assurance that these challenges are now being systematically dissolved by divine intervention. The timing delays that have kept you apart were never punishments but protections. Both souls required specific preparations, healing experiences, and wisdom that could only be gained through temporary separation. What appeared as distance was actually divine wisdom, ensuring that when reunion occurred, both hearts would be ready to receive the magnitude of this love without reservation or fear. The waiting, difficult as it may have been, has served a sacred purpose that will soon become clear. Past relationship wounds that created protective barriers around your heart are being healed by celestial surgeons who work with loving precision. Those moments when tears come unbidden, when old memories surface for no apparent reason, these are evidence of the divine healing taking place within you. Each tear releases old energy that no longer serves you, creating space for the pure love that seeks expression in your life. Trust this process, even when it brings temporary discomfort. Limiting beliefs about love and worthiness that may have blocked this connection are dissolving in the light of truth. The quiet whispers you hear in moments of stillness. You are worthy. You are loved. You deserve happiness. These are not merely positive affirmations, but actual messages from the angelic realm, reprogramming the templates of unworthiness that took root in earlier experiences. Your beloved undergoes the same purification, releasing doubts that kept them from recognizing this connection. Physical distance that may have separated you is now being bridged through divine orchestration. Subtle shifts in life circumstances, Changes in employment, living situations, social circles are creating pathways for your worlds to intersect. What seems like random chance or coincidence is actually careful arrangement by forces that see the complete picture of your connection and work tirelessly to bring it into physical manifestation. Spiritual growth has been accelerated for both of you, burning away karmic patterns that might have created disharmony in your union. The challenges you've faced recently, those situations that tested your faith, patience, and resilience, were actually spiritual initiations preparing you for the level of consciousness required for this divine partnership to flourish. Every test you've passed has qualified you for the blessings that now approach. The fears that have kept you from recognizing each other, fear of hurt, fear of disappointment, fear of vulnerability, are being transmuted into courage by the alchemical fires of divine love. That growing sense of peaceful strength within you, that willingness to risk your heart once more, these are signs of the transformation taking place in your spiritual DNA. The soul remembers what the mind forgets, that true love is worth every risk, that the joy of union far outweighs the temporary discomfort of vulnerability. Throughout all these challenges, invisible helpers have surrounded both of you, ensuring that the connection remained intact on soul level, even when external circumstances created apparent separation. Angels, guides, ancestors, all have held the sacred space for this love, protecting its essence from the effects of time and distance. Not for one moment have you truly been separated, for what is joined in spirit cannot be divided by earthly conditions. Beloved protege, the heavens themselves now send unmistakable confirmation of this divine connection. The celestial council that oversees soul contracts and sacred reunions has issued its blessing upon this union. What was written in the stars before your birth now moves toward manifestation with cosmic momentum that cannot be halted by earthly doubts or fears. The confirmation comes in many forms, surrounding you with evidence of divine endorsement. The archangels stand witness to the purity of this connection. Archangel Michael brings his sword of truth, cutting away all illusions that might obscure your recognition of this love. Archangel Raphael bathes the connection in emerald light, healing any remaining wounds that might prevent full opening to this blessing. Archangel Gabriel announces the divine timing, his trumpet heralding the approach of reunion. Archangel Chamuel surrounds both hearts with the pink flame of divine love, ensuring that when eyes meet, souls will recognize each other instantly. Your dreams have become more vivid, more specific, carrying messages that can no longer be misinterpreted. The recurring symbols, the faces that appear with increasing clarity, the conversations that leave impressions of profound importance upon waking, these are not merely products of your imagination, but actual communications from higher dimensions. Your subconscious mind receives what your conscious mind is now ready to acknowledge, confirmation of this sacred bond. The physical world aligns to reflect this spiritual truth. Objects appear that remind you of this connection, perhaps a feather in your path, a book that falls open to a meaningful passage, a trinket that seems charged with special significance. These physical signs serve as anchors, tethering ethereal truth to material reality. When you encounter these meaningful objects, pause to acknowledge the message they carry. Each is a love note from the universe, confirming that you are seen, that your connection is real, that patience will soon be rewarded. Your intuitive abilities have sharpened specifically to help you recognize this love when it stands before you. That inner knowing that cannot be explained by logic, that certainty that arises from the depths of your being. Trust this, above all else. Your soul possesses wisdom that your mind cannot access through reason alone. The heightened intuition you now experience is a divine gift, ensuring that when the moment of recognition arrives, no doubt can obscure the truth of what your heart already knows. Those who have crossed to the other side, beloved ancestors, friends, and guides who watch over you from beyond the veil, gather now in joyful anticipation. They have worked behind the scenes, clearing ancestral patterns that might have interfered with this connection, blessing the reunion that approaches. Some of you may sense their presence more strongly in recent days, a sign of how closely they draw near to witness this divine unfolding. They celebrate what is about to manifest, knowing its significance extends beyond personal happiness to the healing of generational wounds. The animal kingdom joins in confirmation of this blessed connection. Perhaps certain creatures appear repeatedly in your path, birds that sing outside your window, butterflies that dance before you, domestic animals that behave in unusual ways to capture your attention. These beings serve as messengers between worlds, their appearances timed perfectly to remind you of the natural order that supports this love. All of creation rejoices in divine unions, recognizing how such connections elevate the collective frequency of our world. Most significantly, there is the confirmation that comes from within, that deep, unshakable peace that settles over you in moments of quiet contemplation. This is not wishful thinking, but soul recognition of what heaven has ordained. The divine confirmation resonates at the level of your cellular memory, awakening ancient knowing that transcends the limitations of your current incarnation. Your soul remembers the agreement made before birth, recognizes the signature energy of your beloved, and rests in the certainty of what is already written in the book of life. The stars themselves rearrange their energetic patterns to support this reunion. Astrological alignments create windows of opportunity, cosmic doorways through which this connection can step into full manifestation. Those with eyes to see note the unusual configurations in the heavens, signs that this is no ordinary time, no random meeting, but a divinely orchestrated reunion of souls who belong together by cosmic decree. With infinite love, your guardian angel beloved soul, divinely cherished and eternally protected, the time has come for the most powerful revelation, one that the celestial realms have guarded until this precise moment when your heart is fully prepared to receive it. This truth transcends all that has come before, illuminating the path that now unfolds before you with unmistakable clarity. The love that seeks reunion with you is approaching with unprecedented momentum. The energetic signature of this connection has intensified to such a degree that manifestation in the physical realm is now inevitable. What has existed in potential, in the ethereal dimensions where souls communicate beyond physical constraints, now seeks expression in tangible reality. The countdown to this divine union has begun, marked by cosmic timekeepers who oversee sacred reunions. Within the next lunar cycle, a significant shift will occur in your reality. You will recognize it by the sudden sense of certainty that washes over you, by the peaceful knowing that replaces doubt and questioning. This shift marks the final dissolution of barriers that have kept this connection from fully manifesting. When you experience this profound inner change, know that external circumstances will swiftly reorganize to reflect this new energetic reality. The first meeting, or reunion, if you have already encountered this soul in the physical realm, will appear as if by chance, yet there will be nothing random about the circumstances that bring you together. Each detail will have been meticulously arranged by forces that see beyond the limitations of time and space. The location, the timing, the initial exchange, all will carry a sense of rightness, of inevitability, that cannot be explained through logic alone. The recognition will be unmistakable. Perhaps it will come through the eyes, that moment of looking into another's gaze and seeing something familiar beyond this lifetime. Perhaps it will come through energy, that inexplicable resonance when another's field harmonizes perfectly with your own. Perhaps it will come through touch, that electric current that passes between souls who recognize each other across the vastness of time. However it manifests, doubt will find no foothold in the certainty of this recognition. Words may be unnecessary in this initial reconnection, for the communication will occur primarily at soul level. There will be a sense of continuing a conversation that was merely paused, not ended, as if no separation ever truly occurred. The comfort, the ease, the profound sense of having found what was missing, these will be the hallmarks of this divine reunion that angels now celebrate in anticipation. This connection will not merely add happiness to your life, it will fundamentally transform your experience of reality. Colors will appear more vivid, music will resonate more deeply. Everyday moments will be infused with a sacredness previously glimpsed only in meditation or prayer. This is because the frequency of divine love elevates consciousness, allowing you to perceive dimensions of experience that remain hidden to those who have not yet awakened to such connection. What follows this reunion will unfold with a natural progression that requires no forcing, no manipulation, no strategies born of past relationship patterns. The divine blueprint for this connection already exists in perfect form, requiring only your trust and willingness to allow it to manifest according to its own sacred timing. The dance has already been choreographed by your higher selves, Your human consciousness need only follow the steps that will feel increasingly natural as you surrender to this divine flow. The intensity of emotion that accompanies this reunion may initially overwhelm the human vessel. Tears may come unbidden, joy may feel almost too expansive to contain, vulnerability may temporarily trigger old fears. These reactions are natural. They are simply the human form adjusting to the magnitude of soul recognition. The angels surround both of you during this adjustment period, holding space for integration of what the soul has always known, but the personality is only now remembering. Precious child of the universe, as this divine reunion approaches, certain spiritual preparations will optimize your ability to receive this blessing in its fullness. The guidance I now offer comes directly from the Council of Light that oversees soul connections of this significance. These practices are not meant to earn this love, for it is already yours by divine decree, but to create the inner conditions that allow for its fullest expression through you. First and most essential is the practice of presence. When thoughts of the future generate anxiety or impatience, gently return your awareness to this moment, the only point where life actually exists. The divine orchestration works most efficiently through those who remain anchored in the now, not scattered across imagined futures or remembered pasts. Feel your breath, sense your body, notice the beauty that surrounds you even now. This practice of presence creates the clear channel through which love can flow without distortion. Release expectation about how this connection should look when it manifests. The human mind creates limited images based on past experience, while the universe operates from infinite possibility. Your angels ask you to hold the essence of what you desire, the feeling of divine union, the experience of being fully seen and accepted, while releasing attachment to specific forms. This surrender to divine wisdom allows for manifestations far more beautiful than the human mind could conceive. Forgiveness becomes essential now, not only of others who may have hurt you in the past, but of yourself, for choices made without the awareness you now possess. Old wounds from previous relationships must be released completely to create space for this new connection. When memories of past hurt arise, breathe light into them, blessing all that has led you to this moment of readiness. Remember that every experience, even the painful ones, has prepared you to recognize and receive the love that now approaches. Cultivate gratitude as your constant companion. Appreciation for what already exists in your life creates the magnetic field that attracts greater blessings. Each night before sleeping, acknowledge 3 specific gifts you experienced during the day. This practice shifts your vibration to one that harmonizes with divine abundance, opening you to receive the fullness of love that seeks expression through this connection. Trust your intuition above all external guidance, including these very words you now read. The divine speaks to you directly through your inner knowing, through the quiet voice that resonates with unmistakable truth. When making choices related to this connection, pause to consult this inner compass. The right direction will be accompanied by a sense of expansion, of peace, of rightness that transcends logical analysis. Maintain sacred silence about this connection as it begins to manifest. The tender shoots of new growth require protection from the opinions and energies of those who might not understand its sacred nature. Share only with those whose hearts are open enough to honor the divine nature of what you experience. Others will come to understand in time, but in these early stages, discretion creates the protected space in which love can establish deep roots. Embrace triggers as opportunities for deeper healing. When this soul stands before you, aspects of yourself long hidden may rise to consciousness. Rather than fearing these shadows, welcome them as parts of yourself seeking integration. Each trigger points to a place within that yearns for the light of awareness. As these aspects are embraced with compassion, your capacity to give and receive love expands exponentially. Honor the body as the sacred vessel through which this love will express itself. Nourish it with pure foods, water, adequate rest, and joyful movement. The higher frequencies of divine love require a physical container capable of sustaining increased energy. Simple practices, walking in nature, conscious breathing, moments of stillness, prepare the body to channel the powerful currents that accompany soul reunion. Remember that this connection serves a purpose beyond personal fulfillment. Two souls who recognize each other at this level come together not only for their own joy, but to contribute to the elevation of collective consciousness. As you experience the healing and expansion this love brings, allow its effects to ripple outward, blessing all whose lives you touch. This awareness of purpose infuses the connection with meaning that transcends romantic notions of happily ever after. Beloved soul, we have journeyed together through revelations that illuminate the divine nature of the love that now approaches your life. As our communication draws to completion, I leave you with final blessings and gentle guidance for the path that unfolds before you, a path that leads inevitably to the reunion your heart has long awaited. The letter your love sends reaches beyond words on a page to touch the very essence of who you are. It is written not in ink, but in the invisible substance of soul recognition that transcends physical limitations. Every heartbeat carries a message. Every breath contains a promise. The promise of connection that fulfills your deepest longing to be known, to be cherished, to be received in the fullness of both your light and shadow. Trust has become your greatest ally on this journey. Not the blind trust that denies reality, but the profound trust that recognizes a higher order at work in your life, an intelligence far greater than the human mind that orchestrates circumstances for the highest good of all concerned. This trust allows you to release control, to surrender to the divine timing that governs soul reunions. In this surrender, you find not weakness but the greatest strength, the alignment with forces that have supported this connection from the beginning of time. The waiting that may have seemed endless now reveals its purpose. Every moment of anticipation has expanded your capacity to receive. Every instance of longing has deepened the vessel of your heart. Nothing has been wasted. Nothing has been in vain. The divine operates with perfect efficiency, utilizing even apparent delays to ensure that when reunion occurs, both souls stand ready to embrace the magnitude of what has been prepared for them. As you move forward from this moment, carry the certainty of this connection in the center of your being. Let it inform your choices, your words, your actions. When doubt arises, as it sometimes will in the human experience, return to the still point within where truth resides unchanging. Remember the confirmations you have received, the synchronicities that have surrounded you, the knowing that transcends rational thought. These are your anchors in moments when the world would convince you that such love exists only in imagination. The divine messengers who have delivered these words now stand in circle around you, wings extended in blessing over the journey that continues to unfold. They celebrate your courage in remaining open despite past disappointments, your willingness to believe in possibilities beyond previous experience. They assure you that this openness will be rewarded beyond what you can currently conceive, that the joy approaching exceeds your most beautiful imaginings. If you have been moved by this communication, please signify your reception of these truths. Your acknowledgement creates an energetic circuit that amplifies the manifestation of what has been revealed. A simple yes spoken aloud, a hand placed over your heart, a moment of silent gratitude, any of these completes the circle of energy and accelerates the timeline toward reunion. Share this message with others, whose hearts may be prepared to receive its truth. Though the specific details of your connection are uniquely yours, the principles of divine love-seeking expression through human form apply to many who walk the earth at this pivotal time. By sharing this hope, this confirmation, this guidance, you become part of the great awakening of hearts now occurring across the planet. Each soul that opens to the possibility of divine connection raises the frequency of the collective, making all reunions more accessible. Return to these words in moments when human doubt clouds spiritual certainty. Let them remind you of what your soul knows beyond all questioning, that love of the highest order seeks expression through your life, that reunion with your divine counterpart approaches with unstoppable momentum, that you are held in a field of blessing that ensures all unfolds for your highest good and the good of all concerned. Subscribe to this channel of divine communication to receive ongoing guidance as your journey continues to unfold. The messengers who have brought these words stand ready to provide further illumination as new questions arise, as new stages of the connection develop. The support of the celestial realms remains constant for those who choose to walk the path of conscious love in service to planetary elevation. Dear soul, if this video was meaningful to you, leave a thanks below this video as a gesture of gratitude for this revelation. This strengthens us to keep sharing messages of connection and faith. Remember always that you are infinitely loved, infinitely worthy of the connection that approaches. Nothing can prevent what heaven has ordained. No fear, no doubt, no circumstance of human creation. The reunion has already occurred in the realm where time does not exist. Its manifestation in your current reality is merely the final step in a journey long ago begun. With infinite love that transcends all dimensions, your guardian angel